Hello again everybody. Today I'm going to show you a tutorial for a really cool card trick that's done for two spectators. Chris P, a Nintendo Man, does a performance of a trick he calls Tricky Joker. Click on the link, watch his performance first. The link is also in the description box below, and then come back and I'll show you how the trick is done. Okay, if you're not subscribed to P, a Nintendo Man, he's got some really good stuff. He also has a second channel, Card Basics. He helped me judge contest number 35, so he does a great job, and check out both of his channels. So for this trick, we're going to need two spectators, and we're going to use one joker. So we'll get one of the jokers out of the deck, and this joker is going to be our helper. So we're going to need two cards selected. So we're going to tell spectator number one to select a card. So whatever card they select, let's say they choose the Nine of Diamonds. Now, we're going to have the Nine of Diamonds put back in the deck and control to the top. So the control that I'm going to use is what I call the Centurion card control. There's a link right here, also in the description box below. You take about a quarter of the cards, you have the card placed, you set this on top, and you keep a thumb break. Then you're going to break away about half the cards, slip cut the top card, and then swivel, rotate with your thumb, and drop the rest of the pack, and you've just controlled spectator number one's card to the top. There are many ways you can control the card to the top. If you click on that link or watch this again, that's the way I believe that Chris controlled the first card. The second card, you have a spectator select, spectator number two select a card, and they choose the Six of Diamonds. And while they're looking at their card, you're going to push the top card off, catch a break, and separate that top card from the pack. So you're going to perform now what's called a Marlowe tilt. So you're going to say you're going to put the card back in the middle of the deck. You're going to push some cards out through the middle so cards pop out, and then you're going to slide it in, and from the spectator's angle, keep that down. The spectator's angle looks like the cards are going in the middle of the deck. Jarrett from How to Disturb Reality has a really good tutorial on the Marlowe tilt. The link is right over here and in the description box below. He shows there are several ways where you can actually pull this apart and make it look like it's going in the middle of the deck and then square it up. So now you have spectator number one's card on top, spectator number two's card in the second position, and you can give the cards a shuffle, and we can give the cards false table cut. Oh, actually, this is a pretty cool table cut that was done by Decks and Contests, where he takes this cut and actually chains them together. So check out his tutorial. Wow, I'm giving a lot of shout outs here. Check out his tutorial on his false cut so you can see that. So nothing changed the spectator's cards. Spectator number one's card is on top, spectator number two's cards in the second position. So now what you're going to do is you're going to hand the joker to the spectator number one, and you're going to tell them you're going to riffle through the cards just like that, and you'd like them to slide the joker in wherever they like and see if they can find their card. So you're going to riffle through the cards, they're going to slide the joker in right over there. You break the deck apart, you tell them to hold on to the joker, and what you're going to do is you're going to keep your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky on the top card, and basically you're going to you're going to turn your wrist, and you're going to steal that top card. So you're going to turn your wrist with the holding onto the cards down, and this wrist up. So, and in the same motion, they're going to stop you right here. You're going to say, you stop me right over here. One card less, you would have stopped me on the 10 of clubs, and you've taken that card. So one card less, you would have stopped me on the 10 of clubs. One card more, now you take this aside, you flip it over, you would have stopped me on the King of Hearts. And now what you're going to do is you're going to push this top card off, square it up, and do a double lift, and say, but you stopped me on the Six of Diamonds. That was your card, right? And spectator number one's card was the Nine of Diamonds, so he'll say no. Spectator number two will say, that's my card. Or if he doesn't, say, well then, was that your card? If they don't say anything, and then spectator number two says yes, you say, okay, well, you found spectator number two's card. Now what you're going to do is you're going to set this card down. Now what Chris does is he pulls out, he maintains that break, so he turns over his wrist and pulls out the second card at the same time, just like that. So there are a couple of ways you can do this. One way is like he did. You say, okay, so he found your card, so let's just set the card down, right, like that. And you're turning your wrist over as you're setting the card down. Or another way you can do it is you can pick the card up, and you have to be careful that you don't show that this is a double. You pick the card up and you say, "You sure that wasn't your card?" You turn your wrist over here, and what you do is you come back, they see the back of the card, and then you set it down, just like that. Oh, my phone's ringing. That can wait. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so, where was I? Okay, so, you've now taken this card. Spectator number one's card is the 9 of diamonds, and what you're going to do by doing this move, you hold the card up just like this, and you say that wasn't your card. You turn it over, set it down like that, and they think now that you're setting the 6 of diamonds there, but you've actually set spectator number one's card right in front of them. You've got this card now face up on the deck, so you get a little break and you ask the spectator for the joker back. You say, "Okay, let's try that again." Now you take the joker, you do a double lift, and you flip over both cards and you say, "Okay, now let's see if he found your card. Let's see if you could find his card." You hold the joker out like this. Don't hand the card to the spectator because they might turn it over and look, because this is not the joker. This is actually spectator number two's card. So you're going to say, "I'm going to riffle through, and I want you to slide you to slide the card in wherever you like." So you riffle through, they slide the card in right over here, and you set it right down, and you do the exact same thing, because now we have the joker on top of the deck. They stopped you right over here. You're going to hold on to that joker, and you're going to twist both of your wrists and say, "One card less, you would have stopped me here. One card more, you would have stopped me here." And then you push it on so you're consistent. You turn it over, and you found the joker. So wait a minute, I thought you had the joker. And then they turn over and they see that they have their card. "Well, I thought he had your card." Well, if I have the joker and you have your card, and then you reveal that spectator number one actually has his card. Okay, so there's a lot of confusion in there. It takes a while. This is a hard trick to master. There's a lot of moves that have to be done very quickly, but I think it's a really powerful effect if you can get it down. So, that's it. Thanks again. Subscribe to P and Nintendo Man, Decks and Contests, How to Disturb Reality, and Trickster AP has a great tutorial on the KM move. I forgot to tell you, that was actually one of those moves, so there's a link for that in the description box as well. Okay, that's it. I'll see you next time.